Okay. It's just taking a little longer today. Are we live? Okay, yes, we are. There we go.
We're live? Oh,
Live and we're playing our music if it ever hits play. There we go.
Two bald guys and they're talking about hockey. Two bald guys and they're talking about hockey. Two bald guys and they're talking about hockey. Two bald guys talking about hockey. Two bald guys and they're 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 talking about hockey. And they're bald. And there's hockey. Hockey.
No, I never asked you. Do you recognize that arena?
no.
I believe that is the arena in Richmond, Ontario.
Well, I've never been, so that's why I'm not going to recognize it.
Fair enough. But you live near Richmond, Ontario,
Yes.
not far.
Oh, Richmond.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been there, but it's been like probably like 30 years.
Oh,
Probably closer. Yeah, 30 years.
wow.
I was playing lob ball in Richmond by that arena. So 30 years ago.
Wow. So, first day of
Free agency.
free agency.
We can't
What do
call
you
it a
want
frenzy.
to say? What do you want to say? I'll let
We
you have the ball in your court to start here.
we can't call it a frenzy. It is a slow hop. So it's like yeah, where I think when the short track speed skating when they start really slow around the track and then the last couple laps they start to go fast.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what the free agency is in the DCHL today. Because there is not a lot of action happening. Even the NHL free agency has more action than DCHL.
I
There's
was
not a lot of bids.
did you see I went live today? Because there's
Yes, I
always
saw that.
something that happens.
Yeah.
And it was like if I could have played the crickets chirping sound.
So
Oh
I
man.
I saw it go and I put in a bid during your show so that way it'd give you something to talk about, but you didn't see it.
Oh
You and Trevor didn't see it.
no, sorry.
That's
But
okay.
I mean, it was great. I mean, it's really been quiet all day.
All day. Like maybe it's because as Trevor said, people are coming back from the cottage on long weekend, and that's what's happening. But and people have not had the chance. So there's a couple of active people. So Detroit and Seattle, I would say they're the most active, and they should be. I think they have the most money and the most cap space.
Well, Detroit for sure. We talked about in episode 7. But I'm gonna just show the screen here. There we go. And these are the players and where bids are. And I'm leading on Jonathan Quick at 7 million. Not so sure I'll get him. I'm pretty sure Winnipeg will get back in there. This one blows me away. Cam Talbot at 15 million. Has to
Seattle's
be a
got
two.
money to bid to spend.
Well,
Yeah,
and that's fair enough. Fair enough.
he's he's got available space, 40 almost $50 million
Yep. Well, and
available
I
space.
mean, Seattle and Detroit are both tracking to be better this year. And this one, I'm surprised this one's still standing actually at 10 million. I considered putting a bid in, but I don't know that I want to spend I guess if somebody bids up quick before, maybe I throw a bid in on Marc-Andre, but
Yeah, they're not like the goalies are not how can I say the they're not that exciting this year, right?
no, they're really not. And
Free agency.
Freddie Anderson's the next one to come up, and he's younger and put maybe more potential like than the guys that are up. I think the three that are up right now. I mean, it's surprising that Cam Talbot's the number one option. He's been up and down the last few years. Ottawa Senators fans will know.
Well, I think the only time that he was down was when he was in Ottawa.
Well, he wasn't great this year either, though. Like,
He started off really well. He just didn't end really well.
yeah.
But
Okay.
that was
And
the rest of the Kings also.
Cam Fowler at 15 million, that's not outrageous. I mean, I'm not
So-
sure he'll finish there, but
So if we go 15 million and we put in a calculator, that's about an 7.5, $8 million player.
Yeah.
Depending on how long you want to sign him.
yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't know that Cam Fowler's in the NHL
Yeah.
when he's 39. I
So
don't know if he's that kind of player.
the $7.5, $8 million player. It's free agency, so you're gonna overpay. He's not worth that as a contract, but
Yeah.
just it's free agency. So
Brady Shea, last I had seen you were no, I guess Toronto was leading bid on Brady Shea.
Toronto outbid me. So
19 million. Like again, if you're trying to re-sign him for long term, okay, Brady Shea's not a bad option.
well, the good thing about Brady Shea is he's 31 or 31, 32.
Yeah.
31.
He's 33, isn't he? Oh, he's 31. Yeah. So actually, that's a really good signing for Toronto
So it's
if he
31.
gets him.
So
Columbus jumping in on Drew Doughty. It's a 1 year deal. So
no, this is a 6 that
oh, he's
Trevor
a
mentioned that.
6.
Yeah,
Drew
because
Doughty's only. Oh wow, he
As of
he
J-
has worn hockey way harder than that.
as of July 1st, he was 34. He turned 35 after July 1st. So
Wow.
Trevor had to fix that.
Wow,
So
I always did it as the age when I put the player up.
mhm.
But I mean, Trevor's running the show. I encourage
Yeah.
him to do it as he wants.
Yeah. So there's just to make sure there's no confusion, like that he's 35, but the signing age, like first contract, is
Yep.
is 34. So Meg is leading that at 16.3.
I don't know that I definitely wouldn't sign Drew Doughty to a 6-year contract.
No, you're looking at 42.
I would go like I would go 1 or 2 to be honest.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So let's say Meg says, you know what, I'm gonna go 6 years on Drew Doughty at 16.3 million. Okay. So he does 6 years, 16.3 for the next 6 years. Okay. Can we bring up, do you have the calculator open?
Yep.
Just to, might as well. We're here to entertain the
Okay. So
In-
16.3. Okay, hold on here. Let me do the screen share for this. There we go. Okay, so 16.3 million.
So he says, I'm gonna go 6 years. So he decides he's gonna pay the 3.912. So term selected is 6.
Okay, hold on here. And then, so we're gonna pay the whole 3,912,123. He's gonna put 23 million cash. I mean, that's a
And
lot of
then,
money.
but he signs him for 6 million, brings down
Yeah.
his salary to 7.8 million. Well, like, we didn't even have to do that. It brings it down below 8. So let's say you're against a cap, but you have tons of cash. Would it be worth it for you to risk keeping Doughty for 3 years, and then he retires in 3 years, but the cost was $23 million?
Well, I mean, it depends how much cash you've got, right? Like, I'm not prepared to spend 23,472,000 of my DCHL cash,
Yeah, but you're cheap.
but I'm a cheap ass for sure. But somebody like, I think, who was it that I was looking at today had 71 million? Is it Philly? Philly has 71 million.
Probably.
Like, and maybe that's a team that says, you know what, 23 million, who cares?
Yeah, you have teams that cash balance. You have Buffalo has 70, Calgary has 79, Detroit has 81, Islanders has 109, Philly has 71, Seattle has 82, and Winnipeg has 76. So look at Winnipeg. They say, Randall says, I need a defenseman. I save, like, let's say even though it only goes to 5 years, it's saves, he's at $20 million and he's at 8 million. Save yourself like almost $2 million by going 5 years, and you're against the cap.
I, I if you've got money to burn, I mean, burn it.
So
But
it's
I'm not like, I don't know, like, I'd rather keep that money for Maverick Lamoureux coming up, hopefully becoming he's not going to be, Maverick Lamoureux is not going to be Drew Doughty. Before people start shitting all over the
but
statement.
you know what? Okay, let's compare. Tyler Myers. There's very good chance Lamoureux becomes Tyler Myers, and Tyler Myers has had a really decent career, even though
I would be ecstatic if he's Tyler Myers.
So, but you need to do that. Like, you need to get some guys that hit. But if you're a team that is close to winning, is that something you would consider?
If I was there, if I was a team, like, if I was a team that I thought next year I had a shot to win the whole thing, or maybe not win the whole thing, but go through a couple rounds of the playoffs, maybe.
So, but
like, if I'm Philly, I think
and we're using Drew Doughty. Like, he could be anybody else that's there, right? So Nick doesn't think that we're trying to promote people bidding on Drew Doughty.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think where he's at right now, I think it's a reasonable. I think anybody going more than this, I would start to question their sanity a little bit. So, and Trevor D, speaking of sanity, we'll look back at Brent Burns.
Brent Burns.
Who's
that is a bid I need to get to the cap floor, and so I'm going to bid on somebody.
Yeah, and the problem he's going to have with this is this will not be a contract that is easily moved. So if he's trying to sign him to potentially trade him later,
but that's a contract just to get to the cap floor.
Yeah.
Because it's a 1-year contract.
Yep.
So unless he's gonna be willing to keep half the contract, and I'm not sure if he can retain in the future.
I don't know that he'll want to in the future though. This is he's supposed to be competing soon, right? Like, does he want to have?
This is not a bid I'm competing. It's a 1-year bid.
Yeah.
It's a 1-year player. As much
Well,
as
this is what we talked about. Was I don't know that he was. We agreed that he shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I don't think so, because it's not helping him.
Well, it's just getting him this year, and then we're rinsing and repeating this whole exercise next year.
It's okay. We'll just record this and play it again.
We'll go episode 72.
We'll go for a beer.
Yes, that's right. Okay, this is the one that's blowing me away, Jeff. Jared Spurgeon has been a beast.
Yeah.
In the sim, has been a beast. He's only at 17 million, and he's a guy like this is a guy I would think about going 6 years if I'm Philly, New Jersey, what
Detroit.
Like, what's that?
Detroit.
Well,
Detroit doesn't have any goalies.
This is the perfect guy for
defensemen.
Detroit. This is the perfect guy. Go do your 25 million on this guy. Yeah. He's been a sim beast. He won the Norris like 2 years ago.
And he was winning the Norris until he got traded to the Islanders.
Yeah.
And the Islanders coach ruined him.
And he said, "Get me the hell out of the
Or was
Long
it the
Island."
GM? Was it the GM that ruined him?
No Moss. Okay. Like, honestly, I'm surprised more people aren't all over Jared Spurgeon. Marchessault, 14 million. I would think he'd go more, but we'll see. We'll see. But again, Colorado. I mean, where are all the big players? Like Josh has been unloading salary for nothing.
Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up.
Oh, has he put some bids in?
Yeah, he's put one.
Oh, okay. Charlie Coyle.
15.25. Vancouver. So
He'll go max term. He'll go max term. Max
is
term,
it
max.
me? But to me, is Charlie Coyle not like he's a third line center, right?
I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this.
But it's free agency.
But it's free agency. And I remember reading an article once that on July 1st in the NHL, GMs make more mistakes on that one day than they do the whole rest of the year combined. And it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
They make more bad decisions. Malkin, is this the guy? No, I thought maybe this was
No.
12 million. He's allowed 2 years, right? Yeah, 2 years. This is pretty, like, why isn't he getting more?
Yeah, somebody bid him up an hour ago, so it's still time. There's still time.
Maybe I'll throw a bid in here on him. I've already wasted one. John Tavares.
Look at
Somebody
the
bid you up.
just bid me up. Bruins just bid
Bastard.
me up.
Bastard. And a division rival, too.
I know. He did it on purpose. He just wants me to come back at him. So.
Yeah, the old bid the guy up, not because I want him, but because I just don't want you to have him.
Yeah.
Zach Hyman. You think Zach's bidding on him because his name's Zach? You think it's a Zach thing?
Yeah, I think it's a Zach thing. Yep, I agree.
19 million. It's like Stamkos deserves it. I'm okay with this. I just don't understand why the hell Zach is doing this. But I mean, if he's competitive, that's good. You'll have Cam Talbot and
Well,
Cam Fowler and Hyman and and Stamkos, and he'll be out of the sweepstakes for the first overall pick. Okay.
so well, Philly.
Oh wait, that was Zach Hyman. I thought it was
Yep.
Stamkos that we were looking
No, no,
at.
no, 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 no. Philly.
Okay. Philly
Josh
went on
did it.
Stamkos. Oh, okay. Okay, well, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
But Josh does this. Like, this is when he traded away Carlson, the defenseman, to Montreal for
Mhm.
nothing. And then he traded away Couture for nothing, or Couturier for nothing. And then he posted another player up today. It's like, yeah. We all knew this was coming, Josh.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
So.
15 million, Stamkos cannot go for just 15 million. Again, this is a guy Detroit should have been thinking about.
It's only 2 years though.
Only
To me,
2 years?
2 years is too short.
Really? Oh, okay. 2 years. Yeah, fair enough. Artemi Panarin. This move.
This
Okay.
makes sense for Detroit.
Yes. What's funny is he's just not the guy that I'm thinking would be around for 5 or 6 years. But I mean, if he is, then great.
I like this move by Detroit.
I can get behind it.
Yeah.
I can get behind it. So
There's not
yeah,
very
like,
much happening, eh?
where are all the bids?
So,
Now we haven't had Nashville click in yet. What other teams are we
oh,
missing?
Nashville did make a bid, but it was a $3 million bid. I don't know on who.
It was on Malkin. I think he was like, "What the hell's going on, Malkin? No one's bidding on Malkin."
So,
But Anaheim hasn't done anything. Buffalo still hasn't done anything. I think Buffalo has some money to spend.
yep, he's got money to spend, and he needs players because he just lost Malkin, Kane, and somebody else. There's 3 big players that he just lost into free agency.
So I know we're probably going to go a short thing tonight.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go over trades that were the last couple of days? Look at
Sure.
some trades.
Let's go
Since
through
free
trades.
agency is kind of a dead this year. Okay, can you see my screen with the
Yep.
trades or not? So Philip Zadina, second round pick, Ottawa's, as a matter of fact,
Yes, your
to
pick
the Rangers for Drew O'Connor and a third round pick, Montreal's.
So a mid-second for an early third. Oh no, Montreal is
Montreal's going to be better.
for it.
I don't know.
So-
They can make the playoffs this year, John. They can knock me out.
trading back. So it's going to be a mid-third for a mid-second, right? When I say
Eventually,
15 to 20 or so, right?
I would say both of our teams are going to be in the
The running. So
picking
picks are
at worst or at best, picking like 18th overall.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. 15 to 20, both picks are going to be in that range.
Yes. Well, might be more, like earlier, like I'd say 12 to 20.
Or 12 to 22.
Sure.
10 pick range. So yeah. So both picks are going to be there. So is Drew O'Connor worth Zadina, Philip Zadina? Drew O'Connor had a good season last year in Pittsburgh. So, but is he more? I see him as a third liner. So
Is Zadina going to be anything in San Jose, or did he go back?
I know he's still in San Jose.
Still in San Jose. I don't know. Like, I think Seattle probably got the better player for sure. And was it worth a second round pick for a third round pick?
If O'Connor keeps getting better, he can trade him to get a better player, get a better pick, get a younger, better prospect.
Well, because he's in the Nathan Bon Bernard. I got a guy. I'll trade him.
Yes.
On a similar note, I do
Drew
think it's
O'Connor's
funny.
not going to be there in 3 years for Seattle.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So,
Okay, so the Brennan Othman to San Jose
oh, I don't
for
like that.
Bernard Docker, Anton Olsen, and a third round pick. I gotta say, I like Brennan Othman way more than what's coming back.
Like, to me, Brendan Ottman is going to be an NHL player this year. Like, he did really well in the AHL last year. He's going to be like a middle six forward. He's not a first line player, but he's a second, third line player for sure. That's going to play this year. Bernard Docker, I'm a Sens fan, and you're a Sens fan, and his future is bleak at best. Senators have been trying to trade him since the trade deadline. And he's got a minimal salary with 1 year left, and nobody wants him. So at best, he's going to be in NHL this year, unless he starts to play much better. And it could under Travis Green, right? He could have been a problem with the way, like, the whole team wasn't playing well under DJ Smith. So I hope that Bernard Docker does well as a Sens fan, but my hopes are not very, like,
Yeah, I at best he's a sixth or seventh defenseman.
Yeah.
Like at best, and I don't know. I think Brendan Othman will be higher in value than a sixth or seventh defenseman. So
yeah. And a third round pick, even though it should be an early third. And then Anton Olsen, I don't know a lot about him. Do you know about him?
I don't know anything about Anton Olsen.
So,
Which says something right there. That if you and I don't know about this guy, then
yeah. So I'm not a fan of that trade for Seattle. I think San Jose did really, really well on that, because he's going to be adding like, if not this year, next year, he's going to be adding a really good player to his roster for cheap, for like minimal salary. So,
yeah. Okay, so the Montreal acquiring Cal Yarncroc for Pierre Engvall. I don't know why. Like, Washington's giving up, I think, the better player, right?
yeah, I don't understand that trade.
Boston doing Boston things.
Boston, well, got rid of Brock McGinn's contract and Jason Zucker's contract, so they gave up.
Got stuff.
Hey?
And he got stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm negotiating this trade if I'm Pittsburgh negotiating this trade, I'm like, what are you giving me? And maybe Carl Grundstrom.
I had him. He's a fourth liner all day long. He's got a great contract. He's minimum wage, but he's sure not going to be on my, like, he's not going anywhere. The fourth and a fifth, and Foegele, not like, his Fogele's contract ending. Right?
Okay. Is Foegele's contract ending? I don't know.
Is he a UFA?
I have no idea.
Like a really good player. Are you freaking kidding me? $2.8 million for the next 4 years. Sean.
But he's getting Brock McGinn's shit contract and Jason Zucker's.
shit contract.
I don't know. Sean has not had a good last
Oh my
year
God, Sean.
in contract in trades.
When Nathan calls next time, hang up. Don't even pick up. Take your cell phone, take your laptop, throw them in a bathtub. Not with anybody in it, please. So
Yes, we're not encouraging the use of violence in this league.
no, we're not. Throw it in the river.
YouTube will
Throw it in the river.
demonetize this video that's not making us any money. They'll send us a bill.
I don't. He lives in Montreal. Throw it in the Seaway. It's
There you go. Okay, and like the Charlie McAvoy trade, like I think Boston getting Charlie McAvoy is a good thing. Like I think Boston's winning these trades.
Well, I gave up Morrissey. I gave up a goalie. Did
We gave up Vejmelka, but
Jose.
he's getting Kakinen back.
Yeah. Did San Jose, did he take some salary on from San Jose?
He must have. Like, I don't know. Let's look at what San Jose's got. Let's look at what San Jose's. What's Kappa? Yeah, they've already trust. Okay, who was the trade with?
Yeah, Boston.
Boston. Let's look at what
Didn't.
Kakinen's salary is. Logan O'Connor only 679. That's below this. That's below the cap.
Yeah.
That's below the minimum salary.
So it's gonna, yeah. And he's got McAvoy at 8.8. So I think he gave up
Kakinen 5
was
years.
it Zach Werenski in the deal? Was it Zach Werenski in the deal that he gave up?
Let's see. Zach Werenski? No.
No, Josh Morrissey. And Morrissey's contract is a lot less. So San Jose needed to clear some cap space.
Well, so yeah, lots of interesting trades. I don't know.
2.4 million. So yeah, it's San Jose cleared about 3 to 3.5 million in cap space in that trade. So
I see my player Cam Atkinson was traded for $1 million.
Yeah. $1 million, but Ranta and a third. So
why is he? Oh my God! Why is he trading?
yeah,
I shouldn't have seen that. I shouldn't have looked at that. I don't understand. He's getting nothing in like the 3rd round pick isn't even worth $1 million.
yeah. I've paid like 4.5 for a fourth, I think, or a late third, just a couple of weeks ago.
Like I can see people saying Cam Atkinson's salary isn't worth it. And, I mean, I traded him away because I figured I could do better for that amount of money. But I mean, Antti Ranta and Cam Atkinson and a 3rd round pick, and all you're getting is $1 million. Wow.
Yeah. Well, 250 for a fourth. And Puljujärvi. I got 2.5 million for Puljujärvi.
People were selling 4th round picks for over $1 million at the draft.
I paid two to get a fourth earlier. I gave up a fifth next year and then $2 million for a late fourth and early fifth this year.
So he was giving players away for cash.
Yeah,
So he wanted,
get money.
he wanted cap space and money, so for free agency. So this
Rebuilding.
must be part of his plan.
So
Must be part of his plan. So, well, good luck. Honestly, nothing would make me happier than every team in this league being competitive. So go Seattle. Go be competitive. Be competitive. I don't want. Ah,
well, yeah, Seattle can be competitive. They're not in the Atlantic.
well,
I don't want teams in my division. Well, right now, yes, because my team sucks. But
yeah, but nothing
I
is
think-
worse for the league, in my opinion, than, for example, when we gave your team to you, the shit that it was. Sorry, YouTube's really gonna come after us for all this swearing. Like the disaster that it was, and the league had to give you compensation for taking that team. Like I think your first year was free, and
no, I
and
paid. Didn't I
maybe,
pay?
okay, I don't think you did for your first year. Did you?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been a while. I thought
But
I
we
did
gave you a compensatory first round pick.
for 2
And
years because
for
my
2
first
years.
round picks were traded for 3 years.
like that is bad for the league if we have teams that are that bad.
And the best
In my
player I
opinion.
had was Henrik Sedin, and Henrik Sedin had just played his last year in the NHL. And he was my best player. So
Yeah, that guy was not a good GM. And he's in another league.
yes.
So good for him. Okay, I don't know. This wasn't our most exciting episode.
No, that was kind of glean.
Yeah, but I blame all the DCHL GMs who aren't
Bidding.
max bidding on Steven Stamkos or something. Like, my God,
Oh,
I
wait,
honestly
wait.
I thought Stamkos would go max bid like right away.
No. No
We'll
bids.
see.
No bids in the last half hour.
So, anything you want to say to the little people before we leave? Besides like and subscribe?
Yes, like and subscribe.
Yes. I think we lost a subscriber. Like, how do you do that?
They watched the show.
And you pointed this out. We should have 32 subscribers to our podcast.
Yep,
32. And we have 18. So 14 of you are jerks.
And you know what? I know that for a fact that my brother-in-law is subscribed, and he doesn't watch the
15
show,
of you
and
are
he's not
jerks.
part of the league.
15 of you were. Okay, well, and 16 if we assume that Adam and Corey are part of the 14. So there you go. Anyway, I think we'll leave it here and maybe we'll come on next week or something. I don't know. Maybe if something really exciting happens, we'll do something. But I don't know. It's kind of Blandsville in DCHL UFA land.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow or later today. It's starting to be. You know, we have some owners that live in the West, so you know they're coming back in the cottage.
Maybe Ian's not home from work yet.
So
pulling a couple soldiers' teeth or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shut it off here. We'll say goodbye. Say goodbye, Sean.